Yo, what the hell? It could have been that bad, dude. What the? Okay, never mind. I think it was that bad, bro. 750? 2,000 for the entire set? Yeah. Alright, but on a serious note, the reason I didn't even bother making a video on the Lunar New Year's update was mainly because it was just 4 armor sets and 1 skill scroll. And when I asked one of the developers in the testing place, how would someone get the materials to craft the new items, he said you would have to farm up mobs with the golden aura, which was random. So at that point, I kind of just left the testing place and went to bed, because basically you either buy the entire set from the shop or you go back to like mindlessly farming, which I wasn't going to do either of those, so the update was kind of useless to me. However, today I want to talk about the big update that is coming this week on February 1st, and some things we might see in this update. None of this is confirmed. This is all just speculation. Subscribe for all Jujutsu Infinite content, as well as join my Discord down below if you guys want a community that plays Jujutsu Infinite. The topics we are going to be discussing are the following: the exchange event, the Culling games, the Gojo raid boss event, and I do want to talk about 10 Shadows, but I haven't seen anything in public devlogs about 10 Shadows, so I really don't know if that's coming. To start, let me explain the exchange event. The exchange event will work kind of as a time gate like in Peroxide. Every hour the exchange event will be open for 30 minutes and you can queue up with 6 other people. The drops for the event will have endgame stuff like domain shards, macronym scrolls, and more, but the enchants are going to be increased. So if you're sick of farming bosses or investigations, just wait for the event. The rewards will be based on participation, so if you did everything to the best of your ability with your team, you will be given extra chests. The exchange event will be a 6v6 team battle that will have both PvE and PvP events. The game builds that are planned are Deathmatch. The first team to get 20 kills wins. 6v6 on a map. Fight Club. 2v2 fight in an arena. When a player dies, another player subs in. Continues until all 6 players are dead. Exorcism. Spawns 5 cursed mini bosses in the map with huge amounts of HP. The first team to exercise 3 wins. PvP enabled. Capture the flag. 2 or 3 capture points will spawn on the map, each contributing points to the team. First team to 1,000 points wins. And for the last event, King of the Hill, a large capture point will move around the map. The team with the highest amount of players within this capture point will gain points. Ends after a team reaches 1,000 points. The exchange event is something I've been wanting in terms of team PvP. Currently we have like 2v2s, but 6v6 actually sounds mad fun. Like, I'm actually hyped for a game mode like that. I also like how the event will include both PvP and PvE builds, so you're not really discouraged if you have a PvE build. So if you have a broken PvE build, for example, just use that for exorcism and then help out your team massively. The way I see it, 3 people in your party can just have a PvP build and then the rest can just be PvE, just in case of, I don't know, any random event, because I don't think they're all going to play at the same time. I think one's just going to be chosen and then you just have to play through it. It kind of reminds me of Cascade back in Type Soul, or Type Soul Clan Wars, where it would be like Cascade, King of the Hill. There was this one other one where it was like, I think Capture the Flag. I'm not really sure, bro. Alright, let's talk about the Culling games. The Culling games will be a tournament style PvP game mode. 24 players will enter a match and will be split into 6 different colonies. Each colony is a 4-way free-for-all where one winner will be left standing. After the winner of each colony will be split into 2 separate 3-way free-for-alls, and then finally there will be a 1v1. The Culling games will also have power-ups. These power-ups will spawn when the player of each colony reaches a certain amount of health. The current power-ups are health regen, heal 30% in 5 seconds, invulnerability, iframes for 10 seconds, focus, +2 focus bars, paralyzing pressure, ragdoll everybody for 5 seconds, increase hitboxes, 2 times hitboxes for 20 seconds, vitality, permanent 10% max health. Throughout the Culling games, players will be able to earn points and spend them on Kogan rules, which I'll explain in a bit. The following ways to obtain points are player kills plus 50 points, boss kills plus 20 points, mob kills plus 1 point, damage 1 point per 50 damage, and winning plus 100 points. If you have enough points, you can spend them on Kogan rules. Kogan rules are power-ups but very powerful. The current Kogan rules are Colony Crossing, no borders exist, boss spawns a random boss on the map, curse horde, curses spawn at all times, focus amplification, focus gain increased by 3 times, point bags, point drops spawn around the map. And for the last and final Kogan rule are shrinking borders. Colony borders closing around you as the phase progresses. And that's pretty much it for the Culling games. I'm going to be so honest, I have never seen a JJK game put this much effort into a Culling game. I think the most recent experience I've had with a Culling game was Sorcery, and It wasn't bad, but low-key, after you killed like one person, all you have to do was wait out the time and then just leave. It was deadass so underwhelming, and it had so much potential to be so much more. I think Sorcery itself has like insane amount of potential, but it's just run by a shitty dev. Alright, for the final topic, let's talk about the Gojo raid boss event. The Gojo raid boss will be a time rift boss. Time rift bosses are super endgame bosses that will require you to have a key for your party to fight it. It's going to be a huge boss that requires some degree of teamwork and net exclusive and unique rewards with amazing buffs. Hey, I'm going to keep it a buck. This fight kind of reminds me of Etheron only because of the last sneak where we use inverted spears of heaven to stun him so we can damage him. And if you ever played Deep Oaken and did Lair 2, that's the exact same way to defeat Etheron, but regardless, this is actually mad cool. The only thing I'm worried about is the gear, because as it stands, world boss gear already isn't worth the time investment, and if time rift bosses end up giving terrible gear, people are just going to lose interest like fast. So I'm praying whatever gear they're cooking, just please make it worth it. Now, when it comes to time rift keys, this is either going to be a drop with the same rarity as a domain shard, or hear me out, make it so we can buy time rift keys for like, I don't even know, 50 million cash. That way cash is instantly just more useful, because as it stands, once you buy all your innate moves, like cash is just useless. Like there is no purpose to cash after you buy your innate moves. I have no way of spending it because there's nothing to buy. They could easily make cash more useful if they did this, but they might have future plans for cash outside of raid bosses, but this is probably the best way to go about it, or even just make it so we have to buy a material to maybe like craft the time rift key. I don't know, bro, like just make cash useful again. And that's pretty much it. As for 10 Shadows, I'm really not sure if that's coming in the big update, mainly because everything I talked about has been sneaked in both premium devlogs and the public one, and I tried to scroll up to find 10 Shadows, or at least a mention of it, and well, there is nothing. I do know it's planned because if you check the Trello, it says 10 Shadows, Puppet, and Cursed Spirit Manipulation are all planned to be in the game. We just don't know when it's going to be in the game. And also found the screenshot too of Robbie kind of talking about it. It's being saved for a giant update. I just don't know if this giant update is this weekend or maybe another weekend. But that's pretty much it for the video right there. Let me know if you guys think of any of this what I spoke about is coming in the update. But like always, I'm gonna keep the ranked match playing because well, you guys already know. I'm not talking in the clip. I'm not sure why. I guess I was just trying to lock in, but I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace.